never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy Dan, and tonight is your Monday Night Raw review for October 28th, 2024. Just entertained. I was actually very entertained tonight. I was very, very entertained. This Raw 2-hour platform is actually very digestible for me, and I enjoy the 2-hour block instead of the 3-hour. I know it's going to change when they go in January to Netflix, but right now it's very entertaining for me because I'm not bored and stuff doesn't just stretch out. So yeah, before we start though, if you notice, no green screen tonight. I am in the middle of making a new one for the back, so this is the actual collection room slash toy museum. So yeah, if y'all ever want to get a tour of that, vote it down in the comments, let me know. But let's get started on this review, guys. Oh, so tonight they started off with a recap of SmackDown. Of course they would. The Bloodline story is always going to take precedent on any programming that they do. So of course they wanted to show the feel-good moment of the Usos are back together, baby. They're back together. They loved it. They hugged it out. They're back together. So after the recap, we get Jey up front with all the crowd coming down through the crowd like he normally does. The whole he gets to the ring and he basically says, look, I've had a crazy couple weeks. I lost my Intercontinental title. I had some bloodline drama I had to deal with. But right now, I only want to hear from one Uso. And then the music hit. We got Jimmy on Monday Night Raw. Oh. Justice for Jimmy, damn it. I miss Jimmy on the screen. He's hilarious to me. Jimmy tried to dab him up. Jimmy said, you know, like that. And Jey was like, nah, man. We got some things to work on. Some things need to be done here. But Jey went on this promo of, look, I came to Raw by myself. I earned everything that I've done. They know who I am now. I'm no longer just the twin or a twin. He goes, I am Jey Main Event Uso. Yeet. I have won the Intercontinental title by myself. I've done it on my own. Now they know the difference between the twin and us. He goes, they know you now as Jimmy, and they know me now as Jey. They know you as No Yeet, and they know me as Yeet. And he turns and goes, watch this. Goes to the crowd. Yeet. Everyone does it. And you can tell that Jimmy wants to smirk. I mean, this is all, you know, bullshit. But he said, look, he goes, if we're going to do this with this and do what we got to do, it's got to be known. We'll do this as the Usos. We're no one's lackeys. We're grown-ass men. We're nobody's yes man. We're our own people. And of course the crowd was all behind it. And Jimmy goes, you know what? Come swing into SmackDown Friday. Come to SmackDown. Let's you need to tell this stuff to the OTC. I'll make sure he's there. You come through, and he goes, all right, yeet. And they went to go dab up. And the new bloodline, the Tongans, jump in the ring and start to try to attack. Usos are getting the best of them. Solo tells Jacob, go in. And Jacob knocks them all down, gets them up. They crucify him in the ropes. They tie him up in the ropes. That's what it's called. And Solo throws him a chair and says, do it. And Jacob runs over to Jey in the corner, puts the chair on him just like Solo did when he went to go take him out for so long. And Jacob goes to the corner and goes to do the exact same thing. And then all of a sudden you just hear bang. The sound was hilarious. Jey throws the chair right into Jacob's face. Super kicks everybody. They get the better of them. All of them get out of the ring. And here comes the back. Just unloads with all security. Adam Pearce. And he's like, get the hell out of here. This is not your show. Da, 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 da. He's on the phone with Aldis. And he's like, you know, I said yes to Jimmy here, but not everyone here. And this is the kind of mayhem. And you need to get control of your people. It was just hell on wheels. And then Pierce is in the back dealing with all that shit. And of course, the Street Trash, Judgment Day, come up and asked him, like, well, you know what? Carlito got me a match. Who's it against? And here's a pause, guys. They had a chance to do something totally different than what they're doing right now. We get the same old Judgment Day versus Damian Priest every single week since Priest has dropped the belt. Is it entertaining? Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm not really old. It does get a little old, but it's still entertaining. But here to me is, all right, they got Crown Jewel coming up. He said an ex-champion. Who do we have on the roster who's an ex-champion that could go against Dominik? Seth Rollins, The Miz, Rey Mysterio, which we've seen that match 1,000 times, Damian Priest, even Finn Balor. They could have done that where Finn and Dominik had to fight against each other, and he could have made it like, you know what? Whoever wins this match is the person who's going to get a number one contendership towards the title. That would have been entertaining if they did Finn and Dominik. They didn't do that. They just went to the same old bullshit as we always get. Then we get a nice little match with Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. Let me tell you something. Sheamus is one of those guys who just can't have a bad match. This was entertaining. Was there a story behind it? Not really. But was it entertaining? Absolutely. Sheamus won. Very bloodline-centric show tonight for being Raw. We get a shot of the Usos coming through the back talking. Oh, I enjoy these two back together to a point because look at their faces. Like, they're happy to be back to working together. You can tell. They're going to Waffle House after this. The Crawford Waffle. And then they run up onto an old friend. Sami Uso, y'all. Enter Sami Uso. Another pause. Sorry, guys. I personally do not want Sami in this bloodline storyline. I do not. Was he enjoyable when he was part of the bloodline? Absolutely. But here in a second, you'll hear somebody say something, and he's correct. Unpause. Jay's like, what up, my dog? And they hug and dap each other. And then Sami goes, can I talk to you for a second? He's like, yeah, man, what's up? And he looks over at Jimmy, and goes, alone? And then they get up in each other's face and kind of start sizing each other up. And then Jay's like, yeah, man, just give us a second. I got you. He goes, what's up? He goes, please tell me you're not going to do this. You're not going back to SmackDown. He goes, you've worked too hard for this. He's like, look, it's just all cool now. Now you're going to go over there and be all cool after what they did to you, after what they put you through. And Jay's like, man, you don't understand. And he's like, yeah, I don't understand. He's like, you just left them. You just got here. You're on your own. You've done so much better things by yourself. You don't need them. This is not your fight anymore. And here's the thing. When you talk about family, I got brothers. If your brother comes at you for help, dude, that's blood. That's blood, bro. You have to go. You have to do what you got to do. You got to take care of family. And this is what he said something, and it pissed Sami off. And it made the entire stadium go, ooh. Jay goes, you understand. You're not family. And you just saw Sammy's heart sink. And I was like, oh, poor Sami. Get the fuck off my screen. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I know what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen. Just let me have my little hissy moment. Next, we get a match with Zelina Vega. And is it Lyra Valkyria? I don't know her name. I'm sorry. I am so bad with it. If I seen her wrestle every week, I'd be different. I am so horrible with women wrestling names. I am so horrible. So horrible. I apologize. But she won. It was a nice little match, but she still won. And there were some fuckery. Another bloodline segment in the back. Jimmy's getting ready. And he's like, I told you, bro. We got to do this. It's us. Family. And he's like, how'd that talk with Sami go? And then, you know what? I'll go talk to him. And he's like, no, I don't want y'all two crossing paths and some shit happening. And Jimmy's like, no, bro, I promise. I'm just going to go talk to him. Cut to another scene. Next, we get Seth freaking Rollins. And this is the only match at Crown Jewel that I am actually really want to see. I'm sorry. I'll be petty. I like this. Seth Rollins, another man who cannot have a bad match. And right now, Bronson Reed is on. He is hot right now with people. People are very, very popular with this kid. He's popular with the fans. People like him. Oh, the Tsunami Poppy. Oh. But Seth's in there cutting a promo. And then Bronson Reed comes up on the teleprompter or the Pelotron and says, I promise, Pierce, I wouldn't attack you inside the ring or any of that. I'll have to wait until Crown Jewel goes. But if you want a monster hunt, I'm in the parking lot. I was like, here we go. Seth starts throwing down the clothes, stripping down, running to the back. Pierce meets him. And he's like, no, you already got your match. And Seth goes, you think I really care? Just laughing. I'm like, I love when Seth Rollins goes nuts. I do. Takes off his two shirts, and then they have a brawl, bro. It went back and forth. The car back there. Bronson Reed got his head stomped on it. He got hit with the trailer doors. But Bronson got the best of Seth, and supposedly Seth got hurt and was sent to a hospital because of his back. Whatever. Next we have, and I really hate calling these guys the Alpha Academy because they're not. They're really not. But R-Truth walks up to him and he's like, my man. And him and Otis dab up. They're sitting there talking, and then Miz comes behind. He's like, look, I really need to talk to you. Look, I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm not in the right frame of mind. I know what I was thinking. He goes, he tried to pull on the same little thing that, Truth was like, maybe he thought I was still with the Judgment Day kind of like goofiness. And they do the he's like, I think we should be back together. Family. We need to be family. And I need family. And Truth was like, oh, yeah, brother. Yeah, I'm glad you back. Hey, by the way, I was looking for you. I got something for you. Goes to reach in his pocket and slaps the shit out of him. He gets on the ground, and Truth gets up in his face. I was about to say, I was hoping he was like, you got knocked the fuck out. But no, he goes, good luck with the Wyatts. You gonna die. So walks away. I'm like, okay, we're talking murder now on national television. That's great. Then he walks by and he goes, hey, Butch, you seen Pete? Fucking epic. Dude, R-Truth is a national treasure. I'm sorry. I love R-Truth. And he's from my town. He's from my city. So, gotta love it to the Queen City boys. And Butch just looked at him like, whatever. Next, we got a triple threat tag team match for the #1 contenderships to the Judgment Day's World Tag Team titles. So it is going to be Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio, which they really need to put a new name on. I know they're both LWO, but here lately, they've been doing their own thing. Every fucking episode. Sorry, guys. Tired. It's been a long day. Then it was the War Raiders. And the New Day. Take a guess who won. The War Raiders. It was a fun match, though. I will say that. I was entertained with the match. So it was pretty decent. But yeah, the War Raiders won. They're the #1 contenders. Then in the back, we get another little cutscene with The Miz going to Adam Pearce. It's like, look, the Wyatts got me. This person get me. He goes, I'm a double, triple crown. I've won every title in this company twice. The first person to ever do it. I got the Wyatt stalking me. I'm got R-Truth and them stalking me. He goes, I got the Final Testament stalking. He goes, where's my security? And Pierce laughs at him and then goes, looks behind him. And then Miz turns around and there's the Final Testament. And he basically says, guys, he's like, look, you have no choice. He goes, I'm telling you what's going to happen tonight. You're going to go find Bo Dallas. And then you're going to come back and talk to me and tell me where you found him. And then we're going to handle some business. He goes, or I'm going to break your legs. I like this. And the way that Karrion Kross is coming across with it, I like it. Kind of like a little sicko, sadistic. During this segment, too, right past this segment, before this segment, Kofi and Xavier are in the back, arguing back and forth in the parking lot. The Miz just got done with that. He's walking by. And this was on social media. They didn't do it on the main show. And then Kofi and Xavier are arguing back and forth. And then Miz walks past the bus. And then Dexter Lumis grabs him and kidnaps the Miz. Fucking hilarious. Jimmy, we got another Bloodline segment. Jimmy's asking people as he's walking through the back, hey, have you seen Sami? Everyone's like, nah. So he walks out to the parking lot and he sees something in the distance that doesn't sit with his stomach. Here comes Jey around the corner. He's like, hey, man, you talked to Sami yet? And he goes, shh, look. And they both look into the parking lot and this is what they see. Sami and Solo are talking and non-threatening. Sami's hands are in his pocket. Solo is reaching out the window. They're having a nice conversation. Jimmy looks at Jey, says, told you it was only family. We only can count on family. Oh. Then for the millionth time, we have Damian Priest versus Dominik Mysterio for him to get a shot at the world title. It was a good match. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty funny. It was pretty good. It happened exactly what you thought would have happened. Of course, there was some fuckery at the end. Judgment Day did get involved. Priest pretty much destroyed every single one of them, but was distracted enough to Dominik to do the roll-up pin and get the 1, 2, 3. And oh my god. Damian beat the shit out of Dominik, Lord Farquhar, and Carlito. He just kept leaving and coming back. And finally, he gave everybody the business. And look, like I said before, we've seen this 1,000 times. Was it entertaining? Yeah, it was entertaining. Could something better happen with it? Absolutely. Then on social media, we get another Final Testament thing. You see Karrion Kross, he's drawing. Scarlett comes up to him. They're in the hotel room, and she's like, the Miz just got kidnapped by the Wyatts. And Karrion looks back and goes, really? How long ago? She's like 20 minutes ago. He goes, oh, he's definitely dead. She's like, well, we need to go save him. He goes, how long ago? She's like, 20. He goes, I mean, do I really need to? I mean, he's definitely dead. It was very comedic, but very funny at the same time. So, I rate this show probably a mid-7. I was entertained. We got no Crown Jewel build-up. We had Liv Morgan on the show, but no Nia Jax. We got no Gunther that showed up tonight. No Cody that showed up tonight. This was a Bloodline Raw segment, and I was here for it, but at the same time, I was like, could we have not done it different? Could we not done something more? But for being a 2-hour show, and we all know Friday's already been taped, the spoilers are out there. Will I still be doing a video? Probably. We'll have the podcast on Thursday, of course. SmackDown on Friday, I probably will do a predictions for Crown Jewel, even though no one's interested in watching it. The only reason I'm watching Crown Jewel, and I'll be completely honest with you, is the Seth and Bronson Reed match. I would really want to see that match. I found that very entertaining. I do want to watch the Cody and Gunther match just because it's Cody and Gunther. And now, depending on, I do want to see the Liv Morgan Nia Jax, even though it's going to be a train wreck on wheels. Still want to sit. And you know, this PLE is going to be more than 5 matches because they're going to have some homegrown talent. They're going to do some special things because Saudi's paying them a shit ton of money. But as an American fan, I can almost guarantee you that no one gives a shit about Crown Jewel. No one. We're all waiting on Crown Jewel to be done so we can start gearing up for this Bloodline story and what Survivor Series is going to look like and what the Rumble's going to look like and to set the table for WrestleMania this year. That's what we're all waiting for. So right now I will say AEW has been kind of in a better viewing point as far as storylines go, but as far as like being entertaining with just like people talking and everything, I like WWE. Maybe one day when I spend the channel, I'll do more AEW videos. That's just a lot of wrestling content to sit down and go over with you guys. That's why I do it on the podcast. Thursdays, 7:30-ish Eastern time. The Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch and Instagram. Look them up. The Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast. There's 5 of us. Normally, like only 3 to 4 is on at a time. Sometimes we have the whole crew. Just depends. We all have lives, so we all have different things. With me, I will be eventually doing my own podcast, but I will still be doing with that because I'm still a crew member over there. And guys, it's all about the love. Go show them some love. Show me some love. The views have been going up. The viewership has been great. You guys have been very supportive. If you guys want a room tour, let me know. I'll be down to do that. I mean, I got some things other than wrestling in here, but I do have a huge wrestling collection. But yeah, and I hope you guys have a great week, and I should see you guys on Thursday if you come check out the podcast. And if not, I'll see you on Friday for our pre-taped Friday Night SmackDown. And as always, be good people, and